supposed to reach, twist, and pull. You're supposed to come in and pick it up. But, of course, I don't have time to do that, and I'm injuring myself. So David is going to help and work on me.
Okay, so this is important information. You find out what it is. So a lot of times, if someone has trouble breathing in and out, you know there are certain muscles that are affecting the ribs. So
And
that,
yes, I do. When I'm inhale, I feel this. Oh, it's got this big restriction right now.
yeah, so it can be, there's a lot of muscles that are near where the ribs are expanding. When you breathe in, there's a lot of soft tissue. So now that I know that it's on the right side, and he told me what happened, so I know that he was reaching and twisting to the left and then pulling to the right. So I might have to fine tune it in those positions when he's leaning forward and coming back.
Yes, please, because I need that help. So what do you want me to do?
So what I need him to do is they're gonna lie on your back.
On my back.
Yes, lie on your back, because I've got to fix it. I don't have time to mess around. Regular thinking things. We have to think outside of the box.
Yes.
That's just what I'm saying.
Outside of the box.
Yeah. So I have to put something underneath his head. Okay, now I got to find out very quickly what's going on. Where is it? I mean, I could spend all day guessing. But he's a big guy, but he's got a lot of musculature. So he's got a problem somewhere in there, and I'll tell you for sure that it's going to be his paraspinals are going to be affected. And whenever the quadratus lumborum is affected, you're going to have problems with a little bit of your paraspinals, and you may have a little bit of a lot of other things. And so this way, so now that he's this way, I'm going to figure out where is his problem in a way that is going to make it much easier for me to figure out how to fix him. So now, I know you can't see what I'm doing from underneath, but you have to understand that that's okay. You're good. It's all good. Just bring it out. No problem. Okay, you relax. Okay. Now, I'm working from underneath, and I'm looking for where his spasms are, where is it jammed, where are the problems. Then I'm going to put him on his side, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing there. But just be patient and understand that you have to figure out where this mess is. So here, look at this thing. This is his paraspinal. This doesn't feel too good, does it, Jurij?
Yes. No, I feel good.
Does this feel...
But I found it. Yeah, you already touched it, and I feel that spreading around. So
right. So his paraspinal, even though he's going to have a bunch of muscles that are...
Oh, right there.
Yeah. Now it's going to affect his rhomboid. So the muscles back here, because he was reaching over here, he's going to affect the rhomboid, he's going to affect the paraspinals, he's going to affect a whole bunch of things. And I have to figure it out fast. I don't have all day. People are here, he wants to get better. So I need to find out where it is. The only problem is that when I'm teaching on the camera, you can't see very well what I'm doing. But I'm going underneath, and I'm reaching, and I'm pulling up, and I'm finding where the muscles are jammed. And now I can find it pretty good. So you just relax, and let me figure it out.
David, work hard.
Yes.
Great. This feels just great.
I am not, I don't have any shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. I don't have any, but you see here. So I need to warm it up. So there's no movement right here. This doesn't have much movement in it. Now I already tested his hips, and his hips were out. So we did that off camera. So look how way high I am. So this is it's much different from where he was pointing. He was pointing where the pain was lower, but I know that it's going to be higher because of the way he moved. So now I'm looking for trouble. So here.
Oh, I feel this all the way up in my head and down my legs. So.
Right. You're gonna feel a lot because the rhomboid muscles back here, they don't like to be bothered with. I've worked on hundreds of people, actually way, way more than hundreds of people, but I don't want to sound old.
But no, what I feel, it's been releasing already. It's still a little bit spasming.
Yeah. Hold on.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to people what I'm experiencing, because if you feel that spasming in your back, you need to come and get that medical therapy like David doing right now. It's not that jelly hands oily massage.
Mm-mm. So I can feel in his lower back, that whole line. So he was showing, when we talk about those lines, the fascial lines, I'm working on fascia too at the same time, because it's not just the muscles. It's the fascia, and you can feel the whole thing. Let's see here. So I'm reaching under. You'll be able to maybe fast forward for the camera, what.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm warming it up. So I'm feeling, I can feel everything.
That's good.
Yeah. So there's not much movement here. So I'm gonna get it warmed up and figured out here. So here, I can go there. So this is the part where it's the hardest. You find the pinnacle, the peak, the curve, the pointy. It gets pointy when it's the worst area. So I'm looking at the geography, the shape of the muscle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. So yeah, David had found a trigger point, that spasming area, and he tried to work around and try to release that. This is great. I already feel my spasms getting slowed down and release it.
This is just before I put him on the side. I got to do this part because I need to warm it up in here. I'm going to get this part here. Now I'm going to bring your room down a little bit. Actually, right here. That's good there. Yeah. It's because it'll make it easier for me to find your rhomboid section. So here, I need to get more of where this is here. What happens is that muscles make mistakes when you do something unusual, you do a movement where the muscle doesn't know what you're doing. It's a different kind of a move than you usually do. Like he was grabbing something to his left, twisting, and then twisting to the right. Well, he doesn't do that all day. He doesn't do that all the time. It's a one-time thing.
Yeah, it's one mistake, but it's caused a lot of spasming right now in my body. So, and it's also changed my gravity because I'm in center of my body. When I lean to the left to pick it up something, and it was one, like kind of pressure on my arm on that kinetic line. When I grab something and try to pull it back, this is completely different, and this I will say very unpleasant right now. It's really, I mean, it's unpleasant with, I mean, with the motion I've been breathing, but now it's feel much better. You feel that?
Yeah, so now I'm getting it here warmed up, and I can find out this. So this is big part of where it was.
Basically, what David do, he used my body weight on his arm, and he's doing that. So some therapists do opposite way. They use their own body against the human body, the client body. Now the client body, he's used his own.
So I can feel where his paraspinal, when he was moving, when you do a twist, you're going to affect a lot of muscles, but you're going to affect the muscles alongside your spine, your paraspinals, and all three. And look, I'm not doing the left side, but I would do both. I would look at both, but right now I'm just showing what I would do for his pain on the right, but I would balance it out. So I'm warming it up, and I'm figuring out where it is, and I'm doing a treatment on it too. So I'm doing 3 things. So this is good. It's good. This is the shortcut. This is a shortcut to. Now you can handle this pressure, okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. And I'm going to take a look for another second. I'm going to go over here because he's got so much with his rhomboid. I'm going to take a look at that quick. Then I'm going to turn him on his left side, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do on for this. But for right now, since he doesn't have a lot of time, this is a better way.
I have a lot of time. Don't worry. I quit my job for that.
You have a lot of time?
Yes. I don't care about my next client. I'm just kidding. But this feel great, and I'm already feel like relief. That's what we're looking for. And don't wait. Call us. Call Dave. He will work on you.
So now.
Oh, right there. Oh.
Yeah.
I think my camera is off, right? No?
No.
Oh, we're still good.
We're still good, but here, let me bring this one over here. Hold on. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna get his. I'm looking where it is. Hold on, let me a second. Let me find this other part here. I've got to get this other part. I got to get it from this angle here.
So you did it all the way up, and he's pulling all the way up towards my shoulder. So basically, you work that kinetic line too.
Yes, I'm working the kinetic line. I'm just warming it up because I have ways of warming it up. I need to find out what part of the kinetic line. I need very specific information. So right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Now, it's also, I'm warming it up this way. Hold on. You can feel it here. It's very sensitive in here. This is a lot of nerves going through. Now, since he was reaching over to his left, I'm going to take it in more of a position that he was in when he injured it. So I'm going to have you relax your arm, and you're just going to relax it. You're just going to let it drop there. Good. If you want and the arm finds that it's moving, you could take this hand and hold it here if you want. Okay. Because I want to keep it This is not exactly the way his arm was, but it's close enough for the injury to pop out. So now I can find his injury better. And here, wow, it does go all the way. See, when you're in that position, this thing pops out more. Here. So I'm going to go down.
So he's in my lamina right now, and you try to go work his erector muscles.
I'm on his paraspinal.
Yeah.
I'm on the outside ones. I'm on longissimus, iliocristalis. That's where his, it feels like it is, but it goes all the way down because it's affected all the way in there. But then I'm going to go up to where closer to where his pain was. It was a little higher. Hold on. Here. I think this is part of it here, right? Okay, so this got overstretched. So I have to relax it. So some muscles are over-shortened and you have to lengthen it. But in his case, it overstretched because he was when you're reaching way over, your rhomboid is going to get really long, okay, stretched. And then he contracts it when it was overstretched, and the body didn't like it, and it got stuck there.
Plus, I used the weight, so there was weight in my arm.
Oh, there was weight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're right.
Object.
Right, I see. So there was weight. So here, so now I have to relax this right here. Does this feel near where some of your pain was?
Yeah, that feels really good. I feel a big relief.
Yeah, so here, this is where, so I have it, so the muscle is falling down away from his nerves because of gravity, and so I'm able to find it and work on it while I'm not irritating his nerves, and also it's falling into my hands better this way. So you got to go all the way, all the way.
That feels great.
Okay, it feels okay. Some people are not in as good a shape. He's in very good shape because he works out a lot, hikes, he's doing a class every day. He's got a lot of good circulation in his muscles, so he can handle more pressure. So this rhomboid got really irritated. So I have to find the area that is giving him the most trouble here. So here, so now I'm relaxing it. And then you can reach underneath it here to find the tough spots here. Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. So now I'm going to put you on your left side, and I'm going to give you this pillow for under your head. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Okay. Was that painful? It's painful
No,
to
it's
turn. Okay.
getting less.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Hold on. All right, I'm going to put pillow between his knees. Okay, because the client needs to be, so the pillow underneath the head, it's all for their comfort. Now usually usually they have a sheet on top of them, so it's not, like if I'm working on a woman, it's not like this. People are always covered, but he just was lying down on the table. So now I'm going to have you're going to bring your arm like that. You're going to rest it there. I'm going to have you slide back toward me. So you're going to stay on your side. That's it. Okay. Good. Okay. Because I'm going to show, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. So then, I have to warm it up a little bit here. So now I'm gonna work on his rhomboid. I'm not doing the quadratus lumborum yet because he has so much tightness in here. I need to get some room in here. So I'm gonna find where his troubles are, right here. So you can tell it's just too tight here. It's too tight here. He doesn't have any movement. So a lot of the injuries that people have is because the muscle doesn't have, it's not moving correctly. So all of the exercises on these videos are to help get movement in there, help the muscles move. But I'm just doing it, at this point, I got to do it by hand. And now I could tell that there's a lot of pressure on the rib because of this little rock here.
And this is exactly what it is.
Yeah, you can tell because nothing is moving here. So this area should be soft. So I'm going to bring you up a little bit there. Okay. So here, see how I can find it right here, that this should be soft. See how it clicks, click, 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 click. Well, this kind of tightness in this area is very annoying. People hate pain in this area because you've got a lot of nerves coming from your neck. You have all the nerves in this area is very rich, and the body does not want to be bothered in this area. It doesn't like nerve trouble anywhere, but especially in there. So I got to get some room in here. So I'm going to take a look and see here. Make some extra room in his rotator cuff, his supraspinatus. So I'm going to take a look at the rotator cuff a little bit. A little bit of his infraspinatus, his teres minor, his lats a little bit. See if there's any extra tightness in there. But then I'm going to go back to here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turn back. We still have.
Mm-hmm. So this is a good. So then I'm working and finding areas.
So tell people what you
Okay. So now I feel like his right here, his rhomboid major, rhomboid minor, they're both very upset right here. So I'm warming it up, and his muscles like to run away from you. So he is more advanced. You have to be more advanced to work on him because his muscles when they get tight, they run away. Like if you get near them, they move. They just move away from you. So I've worked on him before. And so it's true of other kinds of athletes, people who are very active. So the muscle, when it gets very tight, it runs. So you have to pin it down. You have to pin his muscles down. You see? And then I can move it. So I am going to move where his muscles are stuck for him. And then when I'm done, the body will do it on its own. So I'm outlining. So this doesn't fit a normal, this is a weird kind of an injury that you have to figure out as you go along. So here. All right, now I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to bring your arm over here, like that. Relax it. So now I need to relax it. Now, I'm not stretching his rhomboid. Some people are always trying to push in here and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. That would not be the right thing to do for this area anyway, no matter what. But what you want to do is you want to relax the fibers that are stuck. So in order to do that, you have to go in and find them, and you're just moving the fibers that are stuck. Here. Yes, this in here. So now this is more of his these attachments. So where the rhomboid attaches bothers him. He's also on the attachments on this side. He's the attachments here and the attachments here. So I got to get the right angle for him. I'm doing now the attachments in here, closest to the scapula. And we just have to, oh my God, it's such a mess. Oh, no. So I'm moving it the way it's supposed to go. So I know what this muscle should feel like. I know what a normal rhomboid feels like. So I have to match what it should feel like and from what I've got. So, and then you go in. Here. So this here. Yeah. Here. And here. Gotta get all the way here. Now, here's quadratus lumborum. I do a little bit of it because it's probably involved. So I can feel where it's stuck. So it's very easy to find. You just have to use the right pressure. Too much pressure is bad, and too little pressure doesn't do anything. So you got to find the right pressure. So here, now this is important. This could affect his rib. Here. Here. So I have to pin it down. On his body, you gotta pin things down, because if you try to just massage this in here, the whole muscle moves and you're not gonna do anything. You'll do nothing. He won't feel better. He won't get better because you haven't done anything. So you have to pin him down, and then you gotta go. You feel that? Okay. So if you miss any of these little hard areas, you could get. You got to get everything. So you You're going to look at the whole unit. They could say, oh, my pain is right here, or my pain is right here. But you have to work the whole thing because they don't even know where all the problems are. You're going in there and you're figuring it out. So you have to keep, so here, you can tell there's more stuff here. So this should be soft, and it's not, so I'm moving it for you. Here, 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 goes all the way down. All the way down. So now it's not so bad over there and near there. It's not so bad. Now I'm going to go back. Now, while you're working over here, you're letting this rest. So then you're going to go back to it. Now, let's see. I'm going to put him in a closer position. Okay, now, I just straightened his arm down. Does that bother you being in that position here? No. Okay. All right. So now I'm imitating the position he was in when he was reaching over, but I'm not doing it too much. I'm just putting him in a similar position. So now you can find where it overstretched all in here. So here. So these are going to affect his ribs. I can feel his ribs. So this is why it feels so bad, because of this in here. So this pressure is okay, right?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm moving. Now this is not a bone. Like people always go, well, is this a bone? No, it's not. It's a muscle and maybe some fascia. So I'm getting in here. So I'm putting it back. I'm putting the muscle back to where it should be when he's in this position. So I'm putting it, I'm relaxing it actually. I'm making room in the little fibers. Now I have to see how far it goes down here. Like on him, it's here. Look at that. His went all the way. I could feel where it's stuck. I could feel where it's stuck. Feel where it's stuck over here. Feel it over here. Get movement in it here. Good there. It's doing good. It's doing good. Let's see.
So, what you do cross fiber friction, or what do you do?
I'm doing a little bit of cross fiber. I'm doing any movement that I think is gonna get movement in it. Like right now, I'm grabbing the whole unit. I'm moving the whole unit at the same time. So, because it's one unit that needs to move. So I'm holding, I've got between my two thumbs, I'm right on the rhomboid, and I can roll the whole thing right here. Now, if I did not warm him up, this would hurt, and he would go, oh my God, you're killing me. But because I worked from underneath the body and I warmed it up here, it's tolerable. It probably doesn't feel great, but
No, it feels great.
as long as it's tolerable. So here, here, now you go all the way up here. You go all the way up here, all the way to there. I'm going with the fiber. I sometimes go across fiber. I just do whatever movement the muscle is not doing, I do it for him. So I know that doesn't sound like that makes any sense, but you have to do what the muscle wants. So here, here, here. So here, this has to get softer. Now, because he's leaning in this position, new things popped up. Before, when he was not as leaning forward and his arm wasn't forward, crossing like that, I couldn't find all these extra things. But sometimes you've got to put the body in a position that is similar to the way they were injured. And if you do that, you have more access to fixing it quickly. Like, I need him, he needs to be better as soon as possible. So now I'm letting this rest for a second. I'm going to go back down here. So I'm going to feel if there's any more problems over here, here. Sometimes I do both. So I can go on his left side and I can work into here. So I kind of get, I see if there's any problems that I feel on this side. So it's not feeling too bad in there. Okay. Good, good. He needs to go this way. Here. So now I can do more of it here. More here. More here. Some of this might be massage related too. Since his left leg goes forward when he works, this side, if your left leg goes forward like this, your right side's going to have a tendency to overstretch. So he was already probably a little overstretched in here just from doing his massage, his manual therapy. And then he did that extra injury thing, so that made it even more. So you have to take, because I know, because he already told me how he works, I could figure it out. So here now I can find more of the nitty gritty here again. It's not as bad as it was. So now I have to move this thing. Now, this isn't really hard on my body, actually. It looks like it is, but it isn't. I'm just leaning into it. I'm kind of get here.
What time is now?
What time is it? 2:19.
Okay.
You have a 2:30?
Yeah, we got 5 more minutes.
All right, hold on.
Finish what you want to say.
All right.
How they can book you, how you can
Okay.
help them.
So I'm at Life RX Wellness, and you can go to massagerxla.com. I'm David, and you can book an appointment. I do an assessment on you, and then I figure out what you need. So now I'm able to get more. I just want to get enough of this. So this, you're doing okay, right? I'm not killing you, right?
No, I'm good. I feel great. I feel already better.
Yeah, okay. So now I have to just get more movement like here, here. So these little, when he did that, it kind of really irritated a lot of things. You thought you were out of adjustment. Your muscles were tight though. Sometimes you feel like you're out of an adjustment, that you need to go to a chiropractor, and sometimes it's just muscular.
This is exactly what happened. So we got this chiropractor this morning to try to do some stuff.
Oh, you did? You went to a chiropractor?
Yeah, I remember this chiropractor came in and do something to me.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. That's good, good. I'm going to bring you right here for just a little bit. Good, good.
So tell me the one for this trapezius.
So now I'm working on a little bit of the neck. So when people have problems with their shoulder, if they have pain here, usually neck problems and shoulder problems go together. So if you have a neck problem, you might have a shoulder problem, and if you have a shoulder problem, you might have a little bit of a neck tightness or a problem. I'm calling it a problem, but it means that your muscles are a little bit jammed up here. So here, now that it's more movable, I can do there's more to do. So here, this is the way I'm just getting muscles. His rhomboids got to be very stuck. So I need to move as much of it as I can. And here. Okay, now I'm going to put you on your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this way, so it's really warmed up. So that's great news. So I can find any problems this way. So I'm going to go in here and see what is stuck. And it's very easy to find. It's right here. And it goes all the way to here. So it's all this right here. Right here. You can find it right there. There. So I'm going to do a little bit of it this way. So you're finding it because I've worked on like professional hockey players, baseball players, some football players. When somebody's very fit, sometimes you have to use No. It has to do with so I'm gripping the whole unit. I've got the whole unit between my fingers and my thumbs, and I'm going to move the whole unit like this. Now it's right here. This is the pointiest area. So here. Everything needs to go this way because he's overstretched. You don't want to go this way because it's going to overstretch him. He's already overstretched. So the direction you have to go to fix it is this way. You got to go this way, bringing the muscle back to the spine. And so now I'm trying to just finish up what I would do here. Now, am I killing you? Are you okay? Is that very painful? Yeah, hold on.